And good evening. We start with those breaking developments on several stories tonight, including the shocking deaths of Hollywood legend Rob Reiner and his wife, Michelle. The couple was found dead inside of their L.A. home, and the person police say is responsible, their own son. Right now, Nick Reiner is in police custody, arrested on suspicion of murder. The 32-year-old has openly struggled with addiction and, according to two sources, was behaving in a way that concerned his parents at a Hollywood party the night before their deaths. Rob Reiner leaves behind a towering legacy in TV and film. Here it is, starting out as an actor before directing so many modern-day classics. Tonight across Hollywood and beyond, an outpouring of tributes for the man whose movies touched so many as police investigate what led to the shocking and violent deaths inside of that family. Morgan Chesky is tracking it all and starts us off tonight.
Tonight, police say the person responsible for the brutal murders of Hollywood icon Rob Reiner and his wife Michelle is their very own son.
They worked throughout the night on this case and were able to take into custody Nick Reiner, a suspect in this case.
The 32-year-old arrested at 9:15 last night, according to police, less than 6 hours after the disturbing discovery of the couple's bodies inside their Brentwood home.
Verifying we have 2 cardiac arrests.
A source close to the family telling NBC News both appeared to suffer fatal stab wounds. Nick had been living with his parents on and off, according to two sources with knowledge of the situation, who say the three attended a party thrown by Conan O'Brien on Saturday night. Those sources tell us Nick was disruptive and made guests feel uncomfortable, adding that Rob and Michelle were embarrassed by his behavior and even expressed worries about his health.
All I ever wanted was a way to kill the noise.
In 2015, the father and son teamed up on the movie Being Charlie, a film based on Nick's own struggles with drugs.
It's not a secret, but my son, Nick, who was one of the writers of the screenplay, had his problems with substance abuse, and he went through a number of rehab programs.
The Reiners and their 3 children together recently, photographed on a red carpet in September. That's Nick in the middle. Reiner, the son of legendary comedian Carl Reiner, first gained fame as Archie Bunker's son-in-law on All in the Family.
Let me tell you something, Mr. Stivic. You are a meathead.
Then pivoting to film, writing and directing beloved movies, spanning genres.
No, don't touch it.
I was just pointing at it.
Well, don't point.
From The Princess Bride.
Life is pain, Highness. Anyone who says differently is selling something.
To redefining rom-coms with When Harry Met Sally.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Where Reiner gave his own mom a famous cameo.
I'll have what she's having.
He told stories about friendship and loss.
I'll see you. Not if I see you first.
And perfected the courtroom drama with A Few Good Men.
Answer! I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Today, Kevin Bacon remembering his time with Reiner on that set.
The making of that movie was one of the best experiences that I've ever had.
While Jane Fonda said she just saw the couple Saturday night, calling them wonderful, caring, smart, funny, generous people.
And Morgan Chesky joins us tonight live from that scene. Morgan, when could Nick Reiner be charged?
Yeah, Tom, we know that LAP detectives plan on presenting their evidence to prosecutors tomorrow with formal charges anticipated on Wednesday. As for the 32-year-old Reiner, he remains behind bars being held without bail tonight. Tom.
All right, Morgan, thank you. Now to Rhode Island, where authorities are releasing new video of a person of interest in connection with the shooting and killing of 2 students at Brown University on Saturday. Authorities asking the public for help after they believed they had a person of interest, only to release him overnight. Aaron McLaughlin has more on the urgent search.
Tonight in Providence, Rhode Island, police released this surveillance footage showing a person of interest, face covered by a mask, walking in the area of Brown University 2 hours before gunmen opened fire on a group of students preparing for finals, killing 2 and wounding 9.
He rounded this street corner and walked down that way. Over there, you can see the building where the shooting took place. This area is surrounded by cameras, but it's unclear where he went next.
The man's identity unknown.
The FBI is now offering a reward of $50,000.
Tonight, authorities appealed to the public for help, offering new details about the weapon.
The 9mm firearm was used.
Today, authorities combed the streets surrounding the university for evidence. The FBI, dressed in hazmat suits, searched this trash can and scoured the perimeter of the Brown University building as students recalled the horror of that day. Brown University junior Amit Chintalapati says he rushed to help his friend who'd been shot in his abdomen.
He kept saying, like, I just got shot. And I was just trying to keep him talking and not, like, drifting off.
As the Brown community mourns the lives lost, 18-year-old Mohammed Aziz Emirzakov and 19-year-old Ella Cook.
She was an incredible, grounded, faithful, bright light.
All this after law enforcement announced they'd released the individual they once believed could have been connected to the shooting. How confident are you that you have the suspect?
Oh, I'm pretty confident.
But by late Sunday evening, they'd let him go.
I think effectively he has been ruled out.
Peter Nerona is the Attorney General for Rhode Island.
When you say effectively ruled out?
Yeah, look, in my mind, this person is not someone that committed this crime.
All right, Aaron joins us now live from Providence. And Aaron, the killer went into a campus building and opened fire. Why isn't there more surveillance footage?
Tom, the Attorney General told me they believe he moved through an older part of the building that does not have as many cameras, also adding that at this point they still do not have a clear image of the suspect's face. Tom?
Aaron McLaughlin for us tonight. Aaron, thank you. The Justice Department tonight saying they've thwarted a terror plot in California, arresting 4 people in connection with a plan to set off bombs in Los Angeles on New Year's Eve. Here's Liz Kreutz.
In this video footage taken by an FBI surveillance plane over the desert outside Los Angeles, you can see the moments just before law enforcement raided a group they say were testing explosives in preparation for an alleged New Year's Eve attack targeting 5 locations across Southern California.
The subject arrested envisioned planting backpacks with improvised explosive devices. These bombs were to blow up at the same time on midnight this New Year's Eve.
The FBI releasing these marked up images of the 4 people they've arrested, ranging in age from 24 to 41. Officials did not provide a motive, but said they're part of a radical faction of a far-left group called the Turtle Island Liberation Front,
which, according to their own social media, is an anti-capitalist, anti-government movement that calls for their associates to rise up and fight back against capitalism.
In a complaint, investigators say they obtained an 8-page handwritten document dubbed Operation Midnight Sun, detailing the group's alleged plan to target 2 U.S. companies, along with step-by-step instructions on how to make the explosives. Authorities have not named the companies, but described them as Amazon-type logistics centers.
Thankfully, that plot has now been foiled.
Law enforcement moved in on the group Friday in the Mojave Desert, releasing these pictures showing some of their bomb-making materials. According to the complaint, one of the group's leaders told another member what we're doing will be considered a terrorist act, while noting that if they saw any people, such as a security guard at any of the locations, they would warn them. And those 4 people are expected to appear in court today facing conspiracy charges. NBC News has reached out to the group, but we've not heard back. Tom?
Okay, Liz, thank you. Now to that deadly anti-Semitic terror attack in Australia. Police say a father and son targeted a Hanukkah celebration on Bondi Beach. And we have an update on the bystander who bravely stepped in, taking down one of the attackers. Sarah James is there for us.
Tonight, new video showing the horror on Australia's iconic Bondi Beach. You can hear the shots, people running for their lives as police say 2 terrorists unleashed an anti-Semitic rampage. Video showing one of the gunmen opening fire from a bridge. And what did you see?
It looked like a war zone, honestly.
Police say the gunmen were targeting the Jewish community holding a Hanukkah celebration Sunday night. One of the suspects seen here firing on the crowd when, incredibly, he's tackled by a bystander who wrestles his gun away, then points it at the attacker, who runs off. That bystander, Ahmed Al-Ahmed, now recovering from gunshots and being hailed for his courage.
Is a genuine hero, and I've got no doubt that there are many, many people alive tonight as a result of his bravery.
At least 15 people's lives were stolen in the terror attack, including a rabbi, a Holocaust survivor who was killed shielding his wife, and a 10-year-old girl. The Australian Broadcasting Corporation citing police naming the suspects as Sajid Akram and his son Naveed, who authorities say was previously investigated by Australia's domestic intelligence.
Extreme perversion of Islam that has resulted in these catastrophic consequences, and my heart goes out to the grieving families tonight.
But it comes after a growing number of recent disturbing anti-Semitic attacks in Australia, including a Melbourne synagogue firebombed, a Jewish deli set ablaze, Jewish homes vandalized, and cars burned. Jewish residents say the government has ignored warning signs.
When you look at everything that's transpired for 2 years now, we've seen fire bombings, we've seen every manner of exclusion, abuse, attack, harassment, threats.
And with that, Sarah joins us now live. Sarah, one of the gunmen was killed. The other is in the hospital tonight.
That's right, and he's expected to be charged soon, Tom. Meantime, to show how seriously the government's taking this, the Deputy Prime Minister here at Bondi Beach meeting with Jewish leaders who are very anxious and alarmed, and he says more will be done, telling me more will be done to ensure their safety. Tom?
Sarah James in Australia for us tonight. Sarah, we thank you. Also tonight, the Iowa National Guard identifying 2 U.S. soldiers killed in Saturday's attack in Syria. 25-year-old Sergeant Edgar Brian Torres Tovar and 29-year-old Sergeant William Nathaniel Howard were part of a counter-ISIS mission when the Pentagon says they were ambushed. President Trump saying, quote, there will be very serious retaliation. Now to those flood alerts out west tonight. Thousands of people ordered to evacuate after a levee breach in Washington state. Steve Patterson is there for us. And Steve, what's the latest there?
Yeah, Tom, we are right now on top of the Green River, and this is one of many areas that officials are now worried about, and for good reason. Take a look at the river behind me. Look at how swollen it is, how fast the current is moving, the water level now. This levee breach happened about 3.5 miles from where I'm standing in Tukwila shortly before noon. It triggered what's called a Go Now alert for about 6,000 people. What is Go Now? Essentially, it is just as it sounds. It means do not grab your belongings, do not wait, get to higher ground as soon as possible. It also triggered the National Guard in an area that's already suffered so much severe flooding from the atmospheric rivers that we saw last week. Well, now we expect more this week. Look at the forecast. Periods of heavy rain expected through Wednesday night in an area with 9 million people already under some sort of flood alert. But if you're in one of these flood zones, in one of these dangerous areas, they're telling people to get out now. Tom?
Yeah, the communities there can't get a break. Okay, Steve, thank you. We're back in 60 seconds with the husband just found guilty of murdering his wife. The Google searches, prosecutors say, proved he did it. We're back now with a verdict in a closely watched murder trial. Today, a Massachusetts jury convicted Brian Walsh for the murder of his wife. Here's Stephanie Gosk.
Tonight, the verdict is in.
Guilty.
Guilty of what, sir?
Murder in the first degree.
A Massachusetts jury says Brian Walsh killed his wife, Anna, the mother of their 3 children.
Anna Walsh is dead because he murdered her.
Walsh was motivated by jealousy and money, according to the prosecution, alleging the 50-year-old wanted to cash in a $2.7 million life insurance policy. Before the trial began, Walsh pleaded guilty to dismembering his wife's body and deceiving police, but denied being responsible for her death.
You have a sudden and unexpected event that results in confusion, and panic, and fear.
The trial lasted nearly 2 weeks, with shocking testimony about Walsh's internet searches.
How to dismember a body, Google search. Hacksaw, the best tool for dismembering a body, Google search. Disposing of a body in the trash, Google search.
Prosecutors also presenting this video of Walsh shopping for supplies, including mops, buckets, and a hatchet, after he told police his wife had gone to D.C.
He cut up Anna's body, the woman that he claimed to love, and he threw her into dumpsters.
Walsh's sentencing is scheduled for Wednesday, and the law in Massachusetts is clear. First-degree murder carries a mandatory sentence of life in prison. No possibility of parole. Tom?
Stephanie Gosk for us. We're back in a moment with surveillance video of a new burglary at an NFL star's home. Stay with us. Back now with a new NFL home burglary caught on camera. Tennessee Titans star defensive tackle Jeffrey Simmons posting this security footage on social media, appearing to show masked intruders entering his house through the patio on Sunday night while he and his team were playing in San Francisco. And the Heisman this year going to Indiana quarterback Fernando Mendoza. His incredible plays on the field won him the trophy, but it's what he said during his acceptance